Good morning, Facebook. This is Pastor Paul, now known as Papa Paul. We have here with us Baby Weston on this Motivational Monday. We hope that everybody had a blessed Sunday, and we hope that all is well as we see that all is well in the Paul house. But just for a few moments on this morning, while I got Junior with me, I want to talk to you about how to win with a bad hand. One thing that we've learned is that in life is that we don't get to pick what hands we are dealt. Some hands are good hands, some hands are bad hands. But the fact of the matter is we have to learn how to play with bad hands. But just because you have a bad hand does not mean that you lose the game. And just for a few moments, there are a couple scriptures that I want to look with you at on this morning, and it's in the book of Romans, chapter 8. Romans 8:20 says that we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to His purposes. But then you look at verse 31, and it says, "What shall we then say to these things? If God be for us, who can be against us?" And then lastly, in verse 34, it says, "Who is he that condemneth? It is Christ that died, yea, rather that is risen again, who is even at the right hand of God, who also maketh intercession for us." 35 says, "Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulation, or distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or sword?" 36 says, "As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter." Verse 37, and we'll close with this. It says, "Nay, in all these things, we are more than conquerors through Him that loved us." 3 points, and we're going to get out of here. The reason why I know that we can win with a bad hand, number one, in verse 28, it says that we can win with a bad hand because he said we can have success in the midst of unfavorable conditions. And what that means is that even when all things are against us, even when we have bad things going on, may not feel good, may not look good, but it works out for our good. Then in 31, it says that we will have success in the midst of unfavorable crowns. 31 says, he says, "If God be for us, who can be against us?" And that lets us know no matter who is plotting against us, no matter who is hating, who is wanting to see our demise, who wants to see us fall and fail, God is always on our side. And then lastly, it says that we are more than conquerors. The word there in the Greek means superkaneos. That means we are super conquerors. Well, good morning, sir. And then lastly, I'm going to tell you a story, and then I'm going to get me and my son out of here. As I was sitting growing up, my father and my mother, during family functions, they always liked to play cards. And oftentimes my father would not let me sit and watch them play, all because he said I would tell his hand. But then in one particular game, I saw his face, and it looked like a face of defeat. My dad looked like he had a bad hand. But little did I know that the game that my mother and my father was playing was a game of spades. And what I learned and what he taught me in the game of spades, it's not all about the hand that you have, but it's the hand that your partner has. And I come to tell you that on that game, my mother had the best hand, and they won. And I want to let you know that God has the best hand. And no matter what your hand has been given, you can still win with a bad hand. Pastor Paul, Baby Weston, be blessed and have a happy Monday.